Alright guys, I just want to do I know there's a million race reviews out there for the All-Star race, but before I get into the All-Star race, I just want to say congratulations to all you Kyle Larson fans, and especially my buddy Thorselft. I watched his reaction video, and it brought back so many memories of me and Truex. The way he acted is the way I acted when Truex won the championship. So, yeah, I understood exactly what you was going through, buddy. I can remember I was the exact same way, except I might have said a few other words that wouldn't have been able to be on here. But what a great All-Star race. You know, I know everybody enjoyed it. Everybody had a great time, and that's what it's all about. And like I said in my video the other day, I said there's something in the air. I said I could feel it. If you watch one of my videos, I can't remember which one it was. I said, I think it was tell everybody to put their picks in. I could just feel it. I knew something was going to be in the air. And let me tell you something. The Open. Let's start off with the Open. The Open was one of the best races I have ever seen in NASCAR. That was something special. And Bubba Wallace, man, almost made me want to cry. That meant it. That just passion there, man. So happy for that team and Richard Petty Motorsports, and Bubba showed that he can drive, and he wanted that win. He almost got the first stage, and Barron almost took them both out, but luckily they made it through it. But that second stage, you could tell he wanted it, and just the passion. That's what NASCAR is about, right there. And then he went ahead to finish 5th in the All-Star race. Unbelievable weekend for that team. To me, that is the big story. I know Larson won it and all, but to see a team that finishes 25th every week accomplish what he done, people can say, oh, well, he didn't deserve to be in an All-Star race. He can't even get a top 20. Well, you know, the rules are rules, and he raced his way in just like he's supposed to. So, congratulations, Bubba Wallace. I don't see him continuing this because the team's in trouble. They're talking about Honda coming to NASCAR, and that might be a deal that Richard Petty's trying to work out to save the team. If Honda wants to put the money in, we'll see about that in the future. But yeah, this is a great race, and Daniel Suarez, feel bad for him because he had a winning car, and I think he could have been pretty good in the All-Star race. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you're on the good end, sometimes you're on the bad end. So that's a part of racing. And to any NASCAR fan out there, this was the best night of racing we've seen in 10 years. I mean, if you didn't like the race, you're not a NASCAR fan. Now, I don't think it's the greatest All-Star race ever, but it definitely ranks up right now. The Open race, I would rank that in the top 10 best races of all time. That was amazing. I just couldn't believe it. You could just tell them guys wanted it so bad. And I think that's why I give an Open a 10 out of 10, and the All-Star race itself an 8 out of 10, because not every driver in the All-Star race was, you know, passionate about it like every driver was in the Open. So, yeah. But we get an All-Star race, and it's starting to look like a Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch show. They kind of dominated in that first stage with Truex chasing them down. Truex had a great car. He didn't have a 2-lap car. He's going to be deadly in that 600 though, especially whenever they get 40, 50 lap runs in. He's going to be tough, but he just couldn't get the car going for a couple laps. It's just too slow to take off. But watch that Kyle Busch went ahead to win at stage 1, and stage 2 we started seeing a little bit more excitement. It was getting crazy out there. People was 4, almost 5 wide, and Denny Hamlin was pushing his way. I actually got a little mad at Denny. I'm sorry to the Denny fans, but I just don't think the way he drove Truex and Eric Jones and them guys, that's not a teammate. They need to sit down and have a little talk with him Monday morning and say, man, if you're going to race hard, but don't wreck your teammates. And Truex pretty upset about that, and he should be. But the overall race was exciting, watching guys like come through the field and go back to the field, come through the field. Just good racing. The draft played a major factor. Austin Dillon and can't remember who it was. They got into the wall there, and I think it was Eric Jones a bit. But overall, I mean, what can you say about it? I mean, the excitement. It was just unreal. I have seen some negative comments on the internet saying, "Oh, it was rigged." Everybody knows Larson had it from the beginning. Nah, it wasn't rigged. Larson had it. He's got a great team. Larson's just he's inconsistent. He's got a bad crew chief, and that will continue. I mean, I know this is going to help boost his confidence up a little bit and all that, but is he a championship driver? Yes. Does he have a championship team? No. Because the All-Star, with the way this package is, things will be trimmed down a little bit different next week because you're going to have a long-run car. You got to have a car that lasts a long time. It's going to be a little different racing. Some of the racing's going to be boring next week, guys, because it's 600 miles, so these drivers will take it easy. So I just don't want to see people saying, well, it's a boring race because they raced half the race taking it easy, but that's how the 600 works. Let's talk about the aftermath of this race. The aftermath of this race with Ryan Newman and Clint Boyer. Now, Clint Boyer's been doing this the last few weeks. It's like if somebody blocks him or touches him or anything, there's some kind of fit. And I think it's time for the drivers and some of these guys to have a little talk with Clint. So, Clint, racing's racing, buddy. With this new package, like I said last week, you have to block. You have to do what you can do to get that momentum. Because if you got to back off that gas just for a second, you lose 5 positions. So, and let me tell you something, Clint Boyer. You're not really a brave man to go over and punch somebody that's still in their race car. If Ryan Newman would have got out of the car, he would have whipped your butt, buddy. And you know it. As soon as Ryan got out, Clint backed down. You have big old Ryan Newman, these big old shoulders, and big boy. And you got Clint Boyer who likes to run his mouth like he does all the time anyway. But, yeah, I love seeing Ryan get one punch in him. Clint probably laying on the ground. But, yeah, that's just my take on it. But I was so happy to see Larson win that race. Just great. For Thor's self. He's probably the biggest Larson fan I know. And I'd say he ranks on top of the world as one of the biggest fans of Kyle Larson. So that was great to see. As far as the contest, yeah, I have not looked. I have had time because, you know, dealing with my daughter and stuff like that and watch the race. I will check over it. And if you have one, I'll send you a message to send me a message. So, yeah, just a great weekend. It was fun to see the atmosphere, full moon. Everybody's pumped up. It was hot. It just reminded me of the older days. And you could tell the racing was just great. So, good job. Big kudos to NASCAR for this package. Now, they just need to take this package and work on it. Don't try 4 or 5 more. Take this one and work on it from there. And go from there. Now, personally for me, right now, I think the package is close of being pretty good. But, yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. Congratulations to all you Kyle Larson fans out there. Kyle Larson fan 42, who I call the 42 guy. Congratulations, you, buddy. We'll see who else is a Larson fan. I know some people that I work with that likes him. Yeah. Just unreal. I'm still shocked over it. But Bubba Wallace crying after he won that race, just that done it for me right there. I was like, man, that's passion. He wanted it. And hopefully Richard Petty will notice that. And I hope Richard Petty knows that it's not Bubba Wallace that's causing them to be slow. It's his car. So if they can work on that and get the car better, maybe RPM will be in good shape in the future. But that's my take on the All-Star race, guys. I give it the Open a 10 out of 10. One of the best races ever. The All-Star race, 8 out of 10. I would have given it a 10 out of 10, but the first stage was kind of everybody filling their car out, and, you know, not crazy until towards the middle of and then the end of the race. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to all my buddies down below, and let's just hope the 600 is half as good as that. If it's half as good as that, we're gonna have a good race. So you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys later. Peace.